Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25 with the Rude Man on Lone Star Plains. 4X. There you go. I remembered, kind of, sort of. I got it written on my hand. No, don't. Thanks, Matt. All right. Anyway, here we are. We're farming. I'm doing some plowing on my big field. And we'll see what happens here. I'm going to go check, see what the rest of the fields are doing, and then we might have to speed some time up if we want to harvest anything. Drone up. I just call it a drone. It's easier to call it a drone than call it a camera. Grass is growing. Grass is growing. Grass is growing. What's that? There's a spot in the middle that didn't have anything in it. What happened? All right. This is ready to be worked. It's harvested. This is growing canola, growing potatoes, growing corn, and we haven't done anything with the big field yet. So, oh, what's happening? Oh, he must not have done the round and the other whatchadinger thingamabobberdoodle. He didn't do a headland. I wanted him to do a headland first. He didn't do it. Probably my fault. Okay, so that's our field. These are our fields. That's our fields. That's our pasture. The next thing we can buy is on this side of the river. Looks like it's going to be down here. So, interesting. How big a field is that? Looks like a pretty good sized field. It's kind of chopped up at the bottom, but pretty good sized field. Let's see. This one is 35 acres, and this one is 67.
Oh, yeah.
So it's almost twice. Patrick, how are you? Hey, Scorp's here. I'm doing okay, Matt. Thanks for asking. Scorpion's freaking his kids out for some reason. He's telling them that they're living in the Matrix.
Oh, yeah.
Chris thinks he's Neo. Hey, Andy. How you doing, Andy? You still got some warm weather, Andy? We got. It's kind of strange. It's only like 72, but it feels like 77. We've got over 80 some wildfires going on in our state right now. We had that. Remember that lightning storm I told you about last week? Well, it started forest fires everywhere. And we're not the only one. Up above Minnesota, there's a big fire in Canada that's blowing smoke down into the United States, and it's going all the way down into places like Illinois and Indiana. Hey, Nick's here. A 100. Yeah, it's supposed to be in the 70s again today, but I'm in here with you guys. Carol wanted to go on a drive with the Miata, but I got to do a live stream, so maybe afterwards. But figure out where to go. So I'm thinking. Let's see how much this big field is down here. If I have enough money. It's Essen. the value. I do. What's on it? Canola. Oh my God. That's a lot of canola. Oh no. Well, a crop's a crop is a crop is a crop. Is it still growing? It's still growing, but it's 100% fertilized. How about that? Somebody did a good job. Well, I'm waiting for that to finish over here, so I got nothing else to do. So I'll see you guys in about an hour. Just kidding. In on the phone, you're farming in simulator. So you're listening on the phone. Are you watching or listening? I could do that, I guess. I got a phone. Let me see. I've never done that. I don't use this. I got, well, it's not the newest model anymore. I got this a year and a half, 2 years ago. It's the Galaxy 24. There's a Galaxy 26 just came out, I guess. So I'm behind times. But I don't use it anyway. All I have it for is this thing in my arm. So I can tell what my blood sugars are doing. All right, come on, phone. Where's my channel? I don't know how to do this. Oh, there's a home button. Does that work? And then there's a U button. That's me, right? Okay, but it doesn't show my channel. Where's my channel at? It shows live. It shows live, but they're none of them mine. What? How does this work? Switch account. Oh, I had it showing my account that I started with, not my YouTube channel. Okay. Is there switch account, playlists, history, your videos? Latest. Well, wouldn't the latest one be the one I'm doing? Oh, wait, I had to hit the live button. There it is. History. Your videos. Latest. Okay, I gotta turn that down. Oh, I lost it. How did that happen? Huh. Learn something new every day, I guess. Or something. What do I do with it now? Is it working? I don't know. What are we doing? Looking around. I'm wasting time. In on the phone. Matt, Rudy can come see me and save me. Yeah, your kids think you're crazy. Chris has the 26. Does he really? How do you afford that shit? I spent over $800 on the 24. Do you have to search your channel name up? No, I don't know how to do that. You feeling better, Scorp? Scorp was sick the other day. I think he went to Taco Bell, got some of that bad lettuce. And people get, oh, you don't eat lettuce, you eat meat, oh, you're bad. Yeah, people are getting sick and dying on the lettuce. There's some kind of a Ebola or something in the lettuce. Hey, at least if I die from something I ate, I know that I had a good last meal because it had meat in it. I said, yeah, I died. What you have for your last meal? Oh, I had a salad. Good last meal, a salad. He feels better. How long is it going to take this guy to plow this field? You know, I could probably lease a new plow. I could probably lease a plow and help him. Should I do that? Because I still have another field to do. I got this field over here to do. I don't know. I might do that. Let's see. I've got a tractor I'm not using. I bought that Triflex or whatever it is, and I haven't used it yet. I haven't even driven it. So maybe that's a thing, eh? Let's see. Soil conservation, plows. I have to get it and make it not the same color. Am I doing the 82? I think I must be. And we're going to go 8 miles an hour, standard. We want to go faster, don't we? Let's go 15. I don't know what this high hitch does. I'm going to make it, let's make it, I don't know, a different color. I'll lease a pink one. We'll do a pink one. I don't care what the trim is. And we're going to make sure I lease it. I don't want to buy it. I'm going to lease that. Okay. Let's go have some fun in the Tri-6. My favorite tractor. One of them. I have two favorite tractors. Look out. Don't hit the doghouse. Don't hit the hog house. Oof, 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 oof. What do hogs sound like? They snort, don't they? Hogs are nerds. They snort. That's a hog. They're nerds. Okay. All right, let's set this thing up. Reset, headland, reset, headland. I want to make sure it does the headland. I must have meant that I did it twice. We had Taco Bell. It's Andy's favorite too. We had Taco Bell today. I haven't had Taco Bell today in months that I can recall. And I got a Baja Blast Zero, which means no sugar in it. And I gave it to Carol because it was zero, because it didn't have any sugar in it. It came with Carol's meal. Carol gets the Mexican pizza. And it comes with a Mexican pizza, a large drink, and 2 tacos. Taco Supremes. It's a pretty good meal, but you can't eat that much. So what we do is she buys that meal, I eat the 2 tacos, and I spend enough money at Taco Bell that I get these free tickets, I guess. And so I'll get an extra taco for free. So technically, Carol and I are eating, but only one meal. So I didn't spend any money. Mine is free because I eat her tacos and then get a free taco. And then I've got drinks to drink, so I don't need no dang drink. Anyway, I always go in and customize the taco, and either I put no lettuce or light lettuce on it. And today, I gambled that they don't have the bad lettuce that has the disease in it, and I just lightened the lettuce. Carol says, about time to cut my hair again. I got enough fleece in there to make a sweater. Anybody want a sweater? I looked at a family reunion picture we had for just a year or two ago, a couple years ago. Well, it was at least 3 years because my brother that passed is in it. And all of my brothers are either bald or gray. I mean, gray, like white gray. And I still have color in my hair. My beard is gray. He's doing 16. What's the other one doing? Who's driving this anyway? Frank is working again. Hey, is Frank here? It's Taco Tuesday. Yeah, it is. Finally tried the Baja Blast. Now I get it. Oh, did you like it? He's doing 15 and he's doing 16. So what's the difference? Frank is doing 16. Okay, so what am I doing with the bar? Why is there barley in my tractor? Do I need to go to the beer place? Okay, shove it in gear, buddy. We're gonna go to the beer parlor. Waiting to see if Scorpion liked the Baja Blast. Because he said he finally tried a Baja Blast and now he gets it. Now, that could mean two things. There was something he wasn't aware of that he gets now, that he understands now, or he actually got a Baja Blast. So, now he gets Baja Blast. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, so we don't put barley in the vodka. We put barley in the beer. And I spent all my money on that stupid... Dang it! I spent all my money on that stupid new acreage, but I needed to upgrade the production here because this isn't going to hold any. It's not going to hold any. What is this? That's the dryer. Oh, I was trying to get to the beer place. I overshot. It kicks butt. Baja Blast is a butt kicker. Did you get a clean one or a dirty one? Oh my God, look at all the beer we got. We got beer for sale. Oh man, where's the barley go? Did I miss that truck? Oh God, just barely. What? How do you put barley in this thing? Cocodrilla, Cocodrilla, Drillo, 240s now following. Thank you, Coco. Coco, everybody that follows or subscribes gets a free tractor. It's of no cost to you. It's of no value to us. And so we give them away. So you'll get you a free tractor here in just a minute. All righty. So that's where the barley goes. All right, there is your tractor. Thank you for the follow. You just have to drive it away. It only takes 2 fingers. All right, it didn't take any.
All right.
Thanks, Andy. Cheers. Yes, it's the biggest, most expensive and powerful tractor that we have, and it's such a great value. You got 2 of them. Anyway, that's all we can afford. So, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. I wish this thing turned a little faster. I'm already through the corner before. And I can't turn back fast enough. Is Rob here? It's Cowboy Bob. Rob could be short for Bob because Bob is short for Robert. Rob could be short for Robert. So Cowboy Bob could be appropriate. Ah! Who parked that thing there? Well, first we didn't have enough barley, now we have too much. Yeehaw. Yeehaw, y'all. Thinks he's in Texas now. Cowboy Bob language. They call him Bob because he has a bun. He pulls his hair up into a bun. Cowboy BB. Cowboy Bebop? Is that what the BB's for? Never watched it. They had a movie out. I would guess it was really bad. But it's not surprising. They don't know how to make movies anymore. They want to make political statements instead of entertainment. And people want to be entertained. It costs a lot of money to go to a theater and eat popcorn and if everybody was completely honest, the only reason they go to a movie theater is to have the popcorn. I mean, if there was no popcorn, it wouldn't be worth going. So, it's the only reason I ever went was to get theater popcorn. Rob is not a cowboy. What makes a cowboy? Let's go check on the other plowboy. Must be boy day. It's It's Taco Tuesday. Must be boy day. All right, so this guy's done. I should have probably put some fertilizer and lime and stuff down, but I didn't ask for it, so I should have done that first. But that's okay. We'll catch up on it later. I wanted to get it plowed. Let's get over to that other field and help that guy finish up. All right, let's see what we can do here. Let's throw some steering assist on. Back up the cadiddle doodle. Back our camera up here. Bad Grandpa would be the last best movie I've watched. Never saw it, whatever it is. Andy the beer guy. Hey, Lori. You guys, you're so funny. I'm the only one that was ever a real cowboy around here. I used to break horses when I was a kid on an Indian reservation. He's confused. We had a lot of fun. At one time I had up to 4 horses. Because what happened was I earned a horse by, there was a mare that got loose. It was a registered Appaloosa, registered quarter horse. And it got out of the guy's corral and ran into down by the river, and he couldn't catch it. And it was pregnant, and it had a foal out in the wild, and he could never catch the two, and so he hired me to go down there and catch the 2 horses and bring them back, and if I did, he would give me the foal. The thing is that it wasn't a foal by the time this happened. It was over a year old. And nobody's more Indian than you. What are you, Pocahontas? Are you running for Senate or something? So I went down to the river and I managed to catch these 2 horses. They were a mess. They were just a mess. Does anybody know what a cockabur is? There's a plant that makes this thing that looks like a tiny little ball with spikes in it. And the spikes have barbs on them. And if you walk through that, they're stuck to everything. Your legs, your clothes. Cockaburs, we called them. And these horses, their manes and tails were just full of that. I had to pretty much cut their mane and their tail off to clean them. What's going on with this? And so that's how I got my first horse. After that, I started breaking horses for the Indian reservation. They had registered horses that they would. Oh, is he now working where I'm working? They had registered horses, and they would turn them loose on the mountain and then they would hire somebody to bring them in and break them. Well, that was me. And they'd pay me at the time $200 a head to break them. And I would do the job, and then they couldn't pay me. So, well, sorry, we don't have any money. And we spent the night at the tavern. And so they would say, pick out one of the horses. Now, these were registered. They had papers. So they were very valuable. So I'd pick out the best one out of the bunch and keep it. And I would finish the breaking of them, and then I would train it. So that's how I got my horses. But it was kind of fun because I didn't have a truck. I had to borrow a friend's truck to haul the horses. And I would grab 2 or 3 of them and throw them in this trailer, and I would go up in the mountains with friends at school, and we would put saddlebags on and bedrolls, and we'd go up for weekends and ride up in the mountains and camp. A lot of fun. Fought W123 4. Does that mean something? Is that short for something? Fought W? Follow. Hey, I'll never get it. You're half Martian. Which half? That might be important to know. Ah, Nick finally came around and started his PC up. Farmer of the Wild. Okay, that's cool. Farmer of the Wild. Yeah. Yeah. What I really enjoyed, which and was a lot of work. A friend of mine was Indian and lived. But they had a big farm. They were farmers, but they also raised mink, and that made quite a bit of money for them. And but they had a lot of cattle, and because they were Indian, they got to let these cattle graze in the wild. They just turn them loose on Mount Adams, and and once a year we'd have to go up and round them up and bring them in. And so I got to do that with them. It was fun. I mean, you know, I had a 6-shooter, a handgun, and we had a camp cook, and we'd ride up there and we'd round up all these cattle and bring them down in a good old-fashioned cattle drive. That was a lot of fun. And so the only reason that I had a pistol, it was a 22 6-shooter, Western style. And I would buy 22, what they call snake load. Instead of a slug, it looks like a miniature shotgun, and it fit in a 22 long 22, because there's snakes up there, rattlesnakes everywhere, and so we had a snake load in the handgun. But that was a hell of a lot of fun. A lot of work though. We were really tired by the time we got home. Well, for one thing, you're not only doing hard, hot work, you're living rough. You know, we had a bedroll on the horse and saddlebags, and there was a camp cook that came with us and set up camp. Swinwood is now following. All right, Swinwood, thank you. Hang on, we'll get you a free tractor. If you follow or subscribe, you get a free tractor on us, completely free. Biggest, most powerful tractor we can get for the money. And Farmer of the Wild is on too. Just subscribed. Okay. We need a tractor for each of them. Don't say bad words. Oh, I have to tell you that. There was a guy that... All right, there's one tractor. Drive it away. It's real easy. Just 2 fingers. You can get it going. It's free. It's the only one we can afford. And there's the second one. Thank you both for the follow and the subscribe. I appreciate it more than you know. There was a... Well, it was Addie's grandfather. He's Mexican descent, and he's divorced. So his son was Addie's father, and Addie's father's mother claimed that she was Indian. But she was married to his dad, of course, and so we well, how much Indian was she? And he says, "Oh, she's no more Indian." Well, she is. Okay, fine. She is an Indian. She's a Slapaho. You might have to explain that to some, but come on, drop it, drop it. Is the plow down? I can't tell. I think it is. All right, thanks for coming in for the I forgot what he was. Farmer of the Wild. Farmer of the Wild. Yeah, she was a Slapaho. Rob's pucking. I just finished today's collections on Red Dead. I'm almost level 200 on my new character, my brand new character. It's only a couple weeks old, and she's already almost 200. I love this tractor. This tractor's a monster, man. Try 6. Try 7. Try 8.5. Well, we're gonna whip this out pretty quick. We got 2 of these tractors going here. And still last of the Mohecans. Where were the Mohecans at? It was the gosh darn it's. The only thing I like about doing collections is that it gets you past level 100 and you get money. But I don't tend to make a lot of money with collecting for some reason. It's in how fast you can get it done. Scorp leveled up twice. This is his third character. For those of you who don't know, you can start a character over. You lose everything that you bought, but you don't lose your money or your gold. I don't know. There may be a reason why you'd want to start over if you were doing like Red Dead videos and stuff, and you say, okay, we want to show you how we started from zero and some of that kind of stuff. You might want to start your character over if you didn't want to buy another one. I just bought another one, so. But yeah, if you started your character over because you made it ugly and you wanted to make it look better, don't do that. It doesn't matter for one thing. When you start a new one, the last time I started a new character, Rockstar gave me a free token so that I could change the looks of my character for free. Why does it keep bouncing like that? What's it hitting? It's like it hits something. I'll go slow. See if going slow will fix it. And it don't matter because we can say whatever we want on the internet. That's true. That's very true. Like, I'm not really a 73-year-old man. I'm actually a 20-year-old girl. How would you know? It's not like I have a deep voice. Not like I... Oh, you can see me now, though. Susie the cowgirl. Uh-oh. We're gonna have a little issue here. I yield to you, sir. This ought to finish it out. What's a mytho? Yeah, why would I do that? I have a free ticket to do it. You're not a slow loser or a whiner. And I know people who are sore whiners and losers, and they're not fun people to be around. Well, I would say 99.9% of people out there are not fun to be around, but that's just my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Andy doesn't make mead. Oh, wait. I thought I lifted that. I did not. What about Scorpion? He's not a girl, but he plays one on YouTube. His cowboy is a cowgirl. Jeff's cowboy is a cowgirl. I have one of each. Well, actually, I have more than that if I counted all my accounts. I have 6 accounts, so I got more than that. But I do on PC have one of each. All right, what am I going to do? I think I might hang on to this for the time being, even though I leased it, and I actually may end up buying it in the long run. Because it's kind of handy to have 2 plows. With the size of the field, some of these fields I have are pretty good size. Uh-oh. Okay, so now that's plowed. And this should be, he should have finished. He only had that one row to do. Where is he? No, seriously, where in the hell did he go? Where, what? There he is. What's he doing? Okay, Miss Nelson was driving this. Let's put this guy away. I've been having trouble with controllers lately. These Xbox controllers are crap. They're really expensive. They're 70, 80 and up. I've seen some over 100. But the newest ones are a minimum of $70 each. And I've got 3 of them that are brand new. Sadie cleaning guns again. I got 3 of them that are brand new, but they just screw up. They, you know, the camera that goes up and down like this. Okay, so on most of my games, the controller, when you start the game up, the controller does this and goes straight up in the air. Your camera just goes up and stays there, so you're looking straight up at the ceiling. And then when you get in the game, your character's automatically walking, and you can't, and you haven't done anything, and you stop it, and then start playing, and then as soon as 5 minutes go by, your character starts walking away again, and it's drifting. It's what it's doing, and I can't get it to stop. I've calibrated. You know, it's brand new. It shouldn't need it cleaning. But all of them do it. Every single one of them. And I put them on a different computer, and they don't. They do it on this computer. Now they're starting to do it on the other computer, but only after I did a Microsoft update. It's a pain in the ass. And so then Jeff came in yesterday and said his is starting to do it. Well, then his went tits up. One of his newest one, kind of, sorta. It still works, but it's not working very well. Something went hookoo on it. So he just said we started looking for one that's controllers that aren't Microsoft, and we found one. Jeff had been using the dongle for it I can't remember what it is. It's a funny name. So they're kind of expensive. It's like $60 or $70. I can't remember. Which is the same as the other one. I think it was $60. So it's a little cheaper than Microsoft. And I can't remember the name of the darn thing. Jeff would know. But so I ordered one. He ordered one. He gets his on Friday. We ordered it at the same time. He gets his on Friday. I don't get mine till Sunday. And they're purple. We had a choice of colors, and I chose purple, and then Jeff had to copy me. Okay. Let's grab... this guy. It's Johnny Deere. I can't see. The roof is in the way. Look at Lightning McHugh. Let's see if I can hit some traffic here. Yeah. I normally wouldn't. I normally, really, seriously, normally I wouldn't. And the only reason I did is because of the ones that I have that are brand new. One is robot white, and the other... Now these are for the S series and the X series, so they're new. They're the new ones that are out. The newest one you get. The other one I have is jet black, and then I bought one third one. All of these were over $70 to $80. I bought a Star Wars one, and you can't really see it, but it's got Star Wars Junkadoodle-Doo on it. And on the handles, there's writing, Star Wars writing and stuff. So I wanted one that I could easily recognize. And so I thought, well, okay, fine. I'll get the purple one. You can't miss it. And then Jeff copied me. What the heck? I do have different colors. I've got this one that's turquoise. Turquoise on the bottom and gray on the top, and I got one that's dark gray on the back and light gray on the top, and then I got 2 or 3 more around here somewhere. So I got plenty, but these are older ones. These are regular, like Xbox. What was the Xbox after 360? I can't remember, but anyway, these are just the regular ones. They're not the ones that were made for the Series, the Series S and the Series X. And these work fine, but you can't find them easily anymore. When I went looking for a new one of these old ones, all you could find were ones that had been redeemed or refurbished, and normally I don't have a problem with that. As a matter of fact, a lot of the stuff that I've purchased has been refurbished. If it's brand spanking new, I'll tell you when I will do that. I will do that if it's been refurbished and it still has the full new, what do you call it? Oh hell, it just went right on my mind. Guarantee. You know that when you buy something, it's got a guarantee on it. You know that they'll replace it if it breaks within a year or something like that. That kind of thing, whatever they call that. If it's got a full warranty, that's what it is. If it's got the full warranty, but it's been refurbished, I don't have a problem with that. The reason I don't is it's already had the problem. If you buy a new item, it could break next month, and how would you know that it's going to? The refurbished ones, somebody else bought it brand new, and it didn't work when they got it. They sent it back in, and they fixed it, and they sent them a new one. Okay, so if you buy a refurbished one, you know that whatever was wrong with it has already been fixed, and it shouldn't happen again. Shouldn't, but as long as it has a full warranty, who cares? If it's refurbished and there's no warranty on it, then I might be a little leery about buying that. Anyway, we're going to give it a shot. Jeff seems to think it's going to work good. All right. Where are we at? What are we doing? What's going on? What am I planting here on this big-ass field? I don't know what to do. Auto type. The R stands for Rudy Auto messed up. I'm a keyboard guy myself. I play Red Dead on keyboard. I play Farm Sim on keyboard. I play Farmer's Dynasty on keyboard. I've never been that bored, I'm sorry. I used to only play on keyboard, but there are some games. A lot of the newer games are actually made for consoles, and not PCs, and so it's sometimes easier to play on a console. Yeah, we did. We looked at one that was competition for Microsoft. It's $200. Soya beans. Hmm. Well, I might just do wheat. Let's do wheat. It's a pretty quick crop. It grows pretty quick. It's not like barley. Barley takes forever. Um, yeah, let's do it. Rob's been playing a whole year on keyboard. Oh, did he not do the... Why is he not doing what I want it to do? Stop. I want a headland first, and I thought I had it set up that way. I'm going to have to double check every dang time now. Uh-oh, I just fired Matt. Oh, sorry, Matt. All right, let's try this again. What's it set up like? Yeah, see that? Reset. Headland. Okay. Go. Who's running? Elsa. Okay, now it's going to do a headland. Tornado warnings? Ew. No, she's not. She's in Vermont. All right, Andy. Oh, I thought you were only 6. I said he'd only been playing a year because I thought he was only 6 years old. What am I knowing? What do I know? All righty. We need something sparkly.
Oh, yeah.
Simulator YouTuber 935 says hello. Hi. How are you? It is soup du jour. Today's soup du jour for Scorpion means IBC root beer. I want IBC cherry. Did you find any? And I feel like a do today. I did get a Baja Blast for Carol. I bought her meal today, Taco Tuesday. Her meal today came with a drink. I don't get a drink because I have plenty to drink. So I got her a Baja Blast, and normally I take it, but and use it for the live stream. Today I told Carol she could have it, so she's got the Baja Blast, but I have a Baja Blast. So I'm going to have a Baja Blast. You thought I was going to do that, didn't you? Now, right now, I only have 2 Dr. Peppers, and none of them are real. Well, they're real Dr. Peppers, but they're not regular Dr. Peppers. They're Dr. Pepper Blackberry and Dr. Pepper and cream soda. So those are for special occasions when I'm drinking Dr. Pepper and I want something just a little different. And so we're going to put this in the magic machine, see if we got any batteries charged up in it, and let it auto load. Pop a top. Ooh, that was a good popper. Take a sip. Oh, that's cold. I have to admit, my new refrigerator, I don't have set as cold as the old one. And the main reason for that is my medication that I have to keep refrigerated, like the insulin and stuff, I have to keep refrigerated. And I don't want it getting too cold. It's not good for it. So what I used to do in the old one is there was a freezer on top, and I would put the sodas up against that freezer, and then I would put my medication down below where it was warmer, which that's not how it works. I mean, refrigerate cold is always lower than warm. But anyway, you get the idea. This one doesn't have a freezer, and I turned the temperature down just a little bit to protect my thousands of dollars of medication, and there's no freezer at the top to make it extra cold. So it's still cold, plenty cold, but it's not as cold as it was before. But it's still very refreshing. All right, soup of the day, soup du jour. Cat says Mountain Dew. Thank you, Cat. I still haven't named the cat. It's just Cat. Nick. Alaska knows cold. I'll bet it does. Yeah, there's a couple guys I watch in Alaska. This time of year, it doesn't get dark until, like 1 or 2 in the morning. and then it's light at 8. So they'll be out doing stuff at 11 o'clock at night, and it's still like it's noon out. Oh man, that's good. Very good, very good. All right, we're looking for planters. Unfortunately, I can't change the color on this, so I'm just going to have to try to keep them separated so I know which one's least one. It's okay. The garage knows which one's least, so I don't have to keep track of that. I just go to the garage and say or return the least one. All right, so let's do, I got plenty of barley. I think I'm going to do, well, I don't know. What should I do? I got a huge, what did I hit? Well, whatever that invisible thing is there, I hit it again. There's something invisible on the map there, and I think it's the boundary for the cattle, for the free roam cattle. All right, let's see. Let's do some seeds and fertilizer. Okay, and let's do some oats. We'll do some oats. Right here. Right here. Okay, so hang on. Let's fix this. Reset. And Bob's your uncle. Tina, we haven't seen Tina forever. Wonder how they're doing. Don't start to sing. Auto type. Oh, bad spelling doesn't bother me. You can spell things badly. I know what you're saying, and that's the important part. Look, one of the wonderful things about humans is our brains can fill things in. And you can understand things that you didn't think you could. I spent time on a Russian sailing ship. Not a sailing ship, it was a freighter. And they had pulled into our harbor here and spent some time. And I got invited onto the ship. And so I spent some time with this one guy. And he did not speak English. I do not speak Russian. We spent afternoons with each other and could converse with each other somehow. And it's amazing how much you can understand from emotions and from, other means. But we were able to speak with each other for long hours, and understand things, either by pantomime or other means. You can do it, and so what does that mean? It's one of the most important things that you can do with another human being is converse with them, is to relate to them and be able to get your thoughts back and forth with each other. So I don't get that carried away with bad spelling or bad grammar. grammar. There's a lot of people who say, "Oh, that guy's an idiot. His grammar's terrible. His English grammar's terrible." Well, think about it. He doesn't speak English. English is not his language. So who who's the grammar checker here? What the hell's that all about? That doesn't mean they're stupid just because they don't speak our language. But I've had that happen where people would accuse somebody of being, "Oh, that guy's an idiot, needs to go back to school." He doesn't speak English. So I cut people slack when it's on spelling and grammar because I certainly understand what you're saying. What makes a difference? What difference does it make if your grammar's off a little bit or spelling is you missed a letter in a word? I still knew what you meant, and that's the important thing. We're able to communicate. To me, that's the important part. Scorpion's awesome, though. He said so. What would actually make me angry when somebody came in that I knew was that English wasn't their first language, and somebody would say, "Go back to school, you dummy." Hey, worse than that is, I know grammar, but I don't use it most of the time. I know good grammar. I'm a pretty good speller, but I blame it all on the computer. There's a spot. He missed a spot. How'd he miss that? Go check the other one. Yeah, she missed a spot. What happened? Elsa, what are you doing? Did she just barely make it all the way around on the headland? This is a big field. Where are you going? Oh, she's going to go catch it up. Amazing. I'm a Barbie girl. Your keyboard is dyslexic. I had two grandmas. Doesn't everybody? Your dad's mom and your mom's mom. Mine were gone by the time I was born. Both sides. Nick had a German Shepherd. Does that count? Did he speak German, though? It's a Barbie girl in this Barbie world. Shit the door. I ate too much and I shit the door. Andy the beer guy. Did Andy change his name again? From Hamish? Well, my dad was, he had, let's see, one brother and three sisters. And my dad was the baby of the family. Now, when I say the baby of the family, he was 15 years younger than his next sibling. So imagine that. By the time he was, 10 years old, his sibling would be 25. So consequently, by the time my dad, for example, my dad was 30 when he had me. Well, my grandma, they'd be in their hundreds. I didn't know them at all. And funny thing is, I only have one son, and he was born when I was 30. So I was 30 years younger than my dad, and I'm 30 years older than Jeff. Oh, I know what the movie is, and I know who Johnny Knoxville is, but I don't watch junk like that. I know Andy's not a girl. I got pictures of Andy. Andy the beer girl. Believe it or not, Andy looks a little like me. Or I look a little like him. A little. My dad was an astronaut when I was born. Really? Scorpion, his dad was 22 once. I've been 22 several times. Andy's up for a fight. What kind of picture? I got a picture of Andy holding a cat. And I got a picture of a Scorpion and his family. And I got a picture of, who was it? I got a picture of, you guys know Bill. I got a picture of Bill's wife. Well, she wasn't his wife at the time. I used to be with the CIA. I got pictures of all of you guys. It's getting dark, isn't it? How's it getting dark? I got it set, time set at 3. How's that work? I got to get this work done here before it gets dark. I don't want to sleep at night until it's done. I don't like doing that. If you've got a field that's halfway done and you stop and sleep tonight, then the next morning half your field is growing, the other hasn't started yet. I like to finish it all before I do that. Best joke ever, my dad was the cable guy. Well, if it was true, he could have been the cable guy. Cable company. Hi, Dad. You say my dad was just a barber. Hey, back in the day, the doctor was the barber, the dentist. The barber was the dentist. So, they held important job in the community. Barbers did. That's why you hear some of these shanty songs, and they'll be singing about the ship's barber. That's who they're talking about. The medical man that kept them all alive. And did the permanence for their hair. He's in charge of all hair coloring. If you want to be a purple pilot, you could do so. All right, let's check this another guy. Okay, he's got a way to go. We're gonna double up. Let's go double or nothing. Yeah, I haven't had TV in a long time. I do everything on the internet. I already own thousands of movies. Bought them. Now you can't buy them anymore. Oh. Let's fix this to that. Oh, wait a minute. I need to change this from oats to wheat. I almost really messed up there. Hey Fred, how you doing? I hope you've been well. Fred says he's doing great. That's good to know. Have we heard from Frank today? Because Frank was sick last week, wasn't he? Rob is a horse, of course. Rob's Mr. Ed? City Skyline, wow, I haven't played that in years. Lucy, I'm home. I love Lucy. Oh, Lucy, you got some splaining to do. I had my one of my horses was named Lefty, and I watched some show the other day where it was a farmer's trying to tell his daughter, you know, how to screw with something on a tractor, and he was saying, "Righty tighty, lefty loosey," and I thought, "Lefty Lucy, that's kind of funny," and so I went in and changed my horse's name from Lefty to Lefty Lucy. First, I had to check to see if it had testicles. It didn't, so that fits. So how do you tell male or female? Lift the tail and not get kicked when you look underneath. If you see tea bags, it's a male. Yeah, Lefty Lucy. Scorpion got in trouble one time. We named a horse Glue Stick. Somebody made the comment they weren't happy about it. Tea bags are funnier. Daddy bags. That's what Scottish people call them, daddy bags. Just kick him in the daddy bags. Andy says, no, we don't. I was watching watching a Scottish guy that was saying that. So there's one Scottish guy that says it. The famous Mr. Ed. Yeah, I heard that too, about the tea bags under your for when your eyes are puffy. There's a lot of junk like that. Like you have a black eye, so you waste a steak on it. Come on, man up. Wear the black eye. You deserved it. Don't waste a good piece of meat on it. Scorpion. What? I like mine charbroiled. I watched a guy cooking a steak and he boiled it. He boiled it for a period of time until it got a certain temperature, and then he would take it out of the whatever he was boiling it in, and he would take it to the barbecue and grill it. And he said always made a perfect steak. You just need to make sure that you cook it on the inside to a certain temperature, so because you don't want to have underdone meat. Well, some people do. I don't know. They eat it rare. Vichyssoise. Sear it. That's what I was trying to say. Sear it. Thanks, Scorp. Well, we used to do that with when I was in the Elks. I made it from the start all the way up to Grand Poobah in the Elks. We used to do prime rib every week. And you're doing prime rib for, hundreds of people. Not everybody likes rare food. So people would say, can you give me the end cuts? I myself, if I have prime rib, will ask for the end cuts because they're pretty well done. But that's not necessarily all you can do. What we used to do is if somebody came in and said, yeah, I like prime rib, but I don't care for rare meat. What can you do with it? Well, we'd say no problem. We'd take care of that for you. When you're making prime rib for lots of people, you will have lots of what they call odd juice. And so we kept a pot of odd juice going. And you might ask what odd juice is. If you're doing a roast and you're doing what do they call that dip? A French dip. So you're doing a meat that you put in a sandwich and you dip it in odd juice. Well, that odd juice is the juice that's made from the cooking meat. What we used to do is we always had a pot of odd juice and boiling. And we would take the person's prime rib that they wanted done more, and we would put it in the odd juice, and it would cook it a little bit more but keep it tender. And so, we just dunk it in that boiling odd juice a couple of times until it browned, and then we'd pull it out and take it to the people. They just loved it, and it didn't dry it out. It kept it nice and moist, and tender. But we were professional. Don't try that at home. Steak, eat it and shut up. We have a problem. Carol and Jeff made a pot of stew over the weekend, and somebody goes through before anybody gets any and picks all the meat out. I was so angry, and it's not the first time it's happened. We spent like $30 to $40 on meat for the stew, and somebody's picking all the meat out. I had 2 or 3 bowls of stew over the weekend and didn't have one piece of meat. I was so angry. That's where the flavor's at. That's why they call it beef stew. Where's the beef? I know who was doing it the first time. We had a little talk with him, and I didn't think he'd do it again. Of course, since he did it the first time, we blamed him for the second time. He says he didn't do it. So I don't know. I'm not picky about steak, but when people come over, when you have us, I had to stop doing this because it was kind of rude. We'd go and have a steak at a restaurant, and they would ask if we wanted A1 sauce or some form of steak sauce, and I would say no. If the steak's good and well done, and cooked properly, you don't need steak sauce. And so then, one time I did say that. The waitress came over, and I said, "Excuse me, could we get some steak sauce?" And she looked at me because I'm the one that told her, "Well, if it's a decent steak and they cook it right, you don't need steak sauce." Evidently, it was a piece of crap steak, and I needed steak sauce. I never thought of that until after I said it, and I thought, "Oh, that was rude. I should never have said that in the first place." In my opinion, things like steak sauce, Worcestershire sauce, which I use sometimes for steak sauce. A1's expensive. Even ketchup. I consider ketchup, something to cover up the taste of whatever you're eating. In a way, because I use it that way. Well, there's been plenty of times I've had something I didn't care the way it tasted, and I just smother it in ketchup. He doesn't have a camera on his PC, for one thing, and he's not in the stream with me. I stream alone unless I'm doing Red Dead. That's why you don't see me in Red Dead. Jeff and Scorpion don't have cameras. And they're not live streaming. They're just in the game with me. To put 2 people in, they would have to both be live streaming. And then whoever's actually doing the live stream would have to insert their pictures, their camera, into his live stream, into his or their live stream. Lori's back on Top Chat. Is that what that's for? Don't get started, Scorp. They'll want you in it. Yeah, I said that too, Rob. How many years did I say that, Scorp? Quite a few. Ask Andy, he knows. Andy's been around. I used to adamantly say you'd never see me on camera, ever. You'll never see me on camera. That's back when everybody thought I was 35. And as I explained, I decided one day that some of the stuff that I'm doing, somebody might want future grandchildren or future great-grandchildren. Guess what Grandpa used to do? And so I thought, well, okay, maybe I'll start using the camera so that if my progeny want to see what I used to do, they can watch it. There's people that use a webcam but don't point it at them. I can think of several live streams where people have a picture of Casper the ghost instead of their picture. Save the women and children first. Hey, I'm close. The other driver's catching up to me. I might get this done within this episode. And before it gets completely dark. Rob's got streams going. Go to his page. Nick, Rob's doing videos. He doesn't stream, but he's got some videos up. He'll have to put a camera on himself. Rob has no nose. There, I put a link in for Rob's channel. Teletubbies. Man, this field is big. It's a big one. Rob's got a new tractor. Nick gave Rob a new tractor. Gave himself a tractor. Okay. Quinsani Ayabanga. What? All right. I'll let that other worker finish that. Oliver, how are you? It's a hard name. Well, kind of. The thing that interests me sometimes is where people get their names. So I was trying to think what a reference, what your name might reference. For example, mine, Quinny, my YouTube name doesn't represent that I'm a rude man. My name is Rudy, and I used to work at a radio station, and they called me the Rude Man. And so when I started doing internet, I started using Rude Man, not thinking that most people would think, oh, great, another rude man on the internet. I should have chosen a different name, but it's too late now. All right, she's done. I can actually button her up, and let's make it morning. How many fields? Can't remember. I just bought a new one. I think 6. I can't remember. Just a sec. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Uh-oh. I think I missed a spot. Doggone it. Okay, so this is 1. That's my field 2. 3 over here. This field of grass is mine. That's 4, 5, 6. This is a cow pasture, but it could be a field. So that would, if I changed it, that would be 7. But this is the one I just bought. That makes 7. And then I could actually change that into. Right now I have it free range cattle. So I think I'll probably just leave it at that. So I have 7 fields. But I didn't realize what I had just done. I missed part of the field. Am I going the right way? I think I'm going the wrong way. I got to follow the fog because the fog is following the river. Yeah, I don't know. I can't find anybody that plays games like I do, so I prefer to play alone most of the time. All right, how am I going to do this? Because I don't want to. Okay, here, let's flip this one over to steering assist. And then select the right spot to be in. We'll clean it up this way. No, I abandoned my channel because I got embarrassed with how my content was so cringe. What made it cringe? I don't get it. How did you get this game? How did I get the game? I purchased it from Giant Studios. You can get it on Steam. It's on Steam. It does have a multiplayer component, but I don't use it. That's actually kind of new. It didn't when it first came out. It was a single player strictly, but then you could rent. You could find companies that had multiplayer servers, and you could put it on that. And I did that at one point. I had 2 servers going, but nobody was playing it. It was costing me X amount of money a month to have 2 servers, and nobody was using them. Unless I was in the server. Well, I didn't have time to be in the server all the time. So when I wasn't in the server, nobody would play it. And so I finally ended up not paying for it anymore. Well, to make it right, I'm just going to have to cover over some of this. But that's going to be all for me today. My time is up. Thanks for joining me today, and hope I see you again on Thursday. For those of you that subbed and followed, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And in the meantime, I want you to take care of yourselves, be safe, and take care of your families. And I'll see you next time. Ta-ta for now.